What's going on, guys? Etika from the Etika World Network here to bring you a special video, one of speculation when it comes to Titanfall. Now, as most of you may just know, Titanfall is a game that's been really anticipated for a while now because it's next gen. It's going to be on the Xbox One, PC, and it's going to bring a whole nother spectrum of gaming to FPSs in general. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of speculation. And when I say we, I mean myself and someone else who I've been talking to about all this for a while now. I'm introducing Reckless Yuki. How you doing, man?
What's up? How's it going, everyone? And I'm doing quite well. Thank you very much for asking, dear sir.
Oh, no problem at all. I want to make sure everything is straight with us. But either way, wait, I meant that. Anyways, I wanted to have a bit of a discussion because for those of you who don't know, and by the way, Yuki's channel is in the description, he actually does frequent FPSs a bit, so he does know his way around FPSs. And as you all know, I'm not exactly a first-person shooter guy myself, so Yuki here will be great for some insight in terms of like the way that the game works and certain things that Yuki knows better than I do. So I feel good having him here in this discussion. And so now just talking about the game, what is your initial thoughts about it? Like, how do you feel about this game so far? Like, do you think it's been living up to the hype?
Oh my god, do I love this game. Like, the first foremost about this is like when they gave us the beta, I just fell in love with this absolutely. I was kind of hesitant, but I was also, you know, hoping that'll be as well as it was. And since this game was just out for the beta release, just to kind of test out the network, they didn't really give us everything, but they gave us enough just to play with, just so they could make sure that when they do officially launch it, it won't have any hiccups like previous CODs have or any other game. So that was pretty reassuring. But just for the limited stuff they gave us, just absolutely in love with this game.
It's amazing. It's incredible. I totally agree with you, man. I mean, like, so I've heard some people say, or rather not heard, but read some comments on the internet, and people saying that this game isn't exactly going to be as competitive as Call of Duty Ghosts because it lacks some of those features. But what do you think about that? Do you think this game has the potential to be seen in the same competitive light as Ghost or other Call of Duties?
I don't think it's as the same competitive light because Call of Duty is just 6 players facing each other, so the only people you are facing is the actual other players, where this game, as you're seeing now on the gameplay, I'm just going around just kicking these grunts, and you know, they're stupid players that allow any I guess like any player who's not very good at the game to still get the satisfaction of shooting and killing something instead of just getting completely dominated like Call of Duty.
Yeah, you can stab these guys with butter knives and kill them, and you'll be A-okay. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, it's.
So as far as the competitive scene, I don't see it as being as competitive as COD. Like, it's not going to replace Call of Duty, but it gives us something fresh and new to play, like something for anyone who's not really that serious, that just likes to run around and shoot shit. I mean, this is the perfect game for that, I feel.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you there. I think that this will definitely be a more welcome experience for casual players because it does have, as you can see right now, this game has to be like high up on the list when it comes to the amount of crazy shit that happens, and with the explosions and the parkour. And by the way, with everything that's in this game, a casual player, I can see a casual player picking this up and enjoying themselves way more than picking up a competitive game at first, like Call of Duty. You know, I'm a casual myself. You know, I'm like Yuki. You know, I'm not exactly a person that frequents FPSs, right? You know?
Yes, I agree. Like, just talking to people I know from like work or any other place, the reason why a lot of people don't like Call of Duty is because the instant they pick it up, they're already behind the curve. So the learning curve is very steep for you to start being very good at the game before you can start doing the things that you see the other players do. And so it's not really fun getting your teeth kicked in constantly. Like, I know I got my teeth kicked in plenty of times before I started getting victories.
Yeah, right.
Oh, pull that fucker out.
Oh god, that's enough. Oh my god.
The best thing about this game, like the most satisfying thing, is doing that, I must say. Like, right?
Oh man. Yeah, tell me about it. It doesn't get any more satisfying than that. You're like,
I agree.
Boy, yeah, and then that brings us to another point of discussion, the Titans themselves, man. How do you feel about the integration of such a crazy feature inside of an FPS?
I was worried about the Titans because I thought the Titans might be this like ungodly overpowered thing, whereas if the opposing team just has, you know, fully stacked Titans, then what were you going to do? I thought it was just going to be like a one-sided fight at that point.
Yeah, like a beatdown.
But they really balanced it where you can't rely on your Titans to just go in and take abuse and try to, you know, like overpower the opposing players. Like, they have their place in the game, and so running around as just a regular pilot on foot like I'm doing now, you can easily overtake a pilot or at least a Titan who's not very skilled at the game. So it all depends on the skill of the other person. But then, you know, you could easily overtake them. It's not going to be something that can't be, you know, like, they're not going to have the upper hand always.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I feel. In fact, to be honest with you, man, I mean, with my experience with playing this, now, like, beforehand, just to clarify certain things with people on camera, now, even though I'm not an FPS player by heart, you know, I did play a lot of this beta before it was closed down, so I think I can speak well when it comes to like evaluating the experience of the game and what it provided. But anyways, from what I played, Yuki, it's interesting that you brought up the fact that the Titans are actually somewhat balanced, because in my own opinion, I feel like the Titans, to be honest, are almost sort of in a disadvantage because there's so many places for you to hide as a player. Like right now, you're beating this Titan down and he has no real way of getting at you because there are places inside of buildings and whatnot. And on top of it all, you can hitchhike on the Titans and you can go on top of them, blow their brains out. You know, there's a lot of ways that players can take advantage of Titans. So when you're a Titan, it almost feels like you're a big target, and as soon as you're in a Titan, you're the center of attention and you have everyone gunning for you to the point where you almost can't even do anything sometimes, you know?
Yes, I agree. It most definitely is. It is a challenge, but then, like, I don't know, it brings another fun aspect of the game. I think, like, the action is non-stop. There's always something going on, I feel, which is more so than Call of Duty Ghosts at the moment. But one thing as far as being overpowered before the gameplay runs out that we should touch up on is like maybe possibly the burn cards that they offer us. Like some of the burn cards that they have is like exploding round sniper rifles, and then the light machine guns that they have are like pretty OP things, and then they have other things like where you have you could instantly see through walls. It's like having an auto aimer constantly where you could always know where other people are, or it's like some sort of hunter mode where you always have invincibility. I don't know, like those things I might feel that may be overpowered in the game or might kind of throw off the game's balance. Like one thing I didn't like about Halo is where if you knew where all the OP weapons were, you instantly just like dominated the game, so it could just like throw the entire match.
Exactly. Yeah, so, I totally agree. Yeah, some of those burn cards were I didn't even know there was a burn card, like the hunter one. You said like you have brief invulnerability. That's insane, man. Yeah,
you just run around as long as you don't get killed, like you're invisible the whole time, which I mean, you can still see people, but it still is a nuisance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even though you can see invisible players, it's still like if you aren't aware, or if you aren't like you don't have an eye for it at the moment, you can get overtaken by somebody who's using the cloak quite easily. So I mean, yeah, those burn cards, man. Hopefully there will be some more regulation when it comes to how much you can use them or how frequently. Or maybe not get 3 burn cards to use in a match, or maybe just 1, or I don't know. Like, what do you feel like they could do to maybe balance out the burn cards per se?
I don't know. I mean, like, I like the burn card system. Like, I'm going to use the fuck out of them. And then when I get something that's going to be OP, I'm definitely going to, you know, OP the shit out of the game. But I can feel that other players might be frustrated by this. Like, to me, it doesn't matter. Like, Black Ops 2, where people are just writing down, you know, heavy kill streaks, that's fine. They earned it. Burn cards, I feel... I don't know, I guess I just have to see like how the game officially plays once we actually have everything unlocked and like have everything there to kind of see how the game's gonna flow, because like I said in the beginning, the beta is like limited to what they gave us, so there could be, you know, more abilities that your pilot or Titan will have that will provide better checks and balances.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's something that I guess we really can't evaluate at the moment. You know, you said it best when you said that, you know, we have to wait until we see how it really works with the game. But I mean, and that's another concern. Now let's just change the topic up a little bit and go towards, even though I don't like talking negatively about certain things, especially when I enjoy them, we definitely have to address some stuff. Now, I don't know if any of you on camera have seen, but Angry Joe expressed some concern with the game and saying that we're almost at launch day, and a lot of the details about the game in terms of like the story mode and other features that weren't shown in the beta. And to be honest, I think, what's the name of the company that's doing this, by the way? I just temporarily forgot.
Respawn.
I believe it's
Respawn.
Yeah, Respawn. And Angry Joe expressed concern saying that Respawn's being pretty tight-lipped about all the stuff that should be coming out, considering how close we are to the launch. And he said that because of this, he has concern that the game will lack features and lack functions. And even though it sounds crazy saying this for a next-gen title, What do you feel about it? What are your concerns with this?
I honestly didn't watch the Angry Joe video, but as far as anything lacking features, like, I don't know, I think they're trying to keep it tight-lipped so that, you know, we're kind of surprised with what's in the game. Like, I guess to really give us a shock and awe factor with it when it drops. Hopefully that's what they're doing, is they're keeping everything reserved just so that nothing's spoiled. Like, one thing I hate about, like, let's just use this as a reference for, like, movies. Like, if you ever seen a funny movie recently, a lot of them kind of suck. And that's because when you watch the trailers, like, they deliver all the punchlines in the trailer. So when you actually go see the movie and see the full story, all the punchlines in the movie was the trailer. And so you are just better off watching the trailer. So I think that's probably what they're doing with the game, maybe, is they're trying to, like, you know, they showed us a little bit of the game. They showed us, like, what can be done, how it's played, and, you know, what to expect as far as how it's going to be enjoyed. But they still reserved everything as far as the full grand scale of what exactly how the game's going to play, because anyone who maybe made a video as far as, like, you know, tactics or how to play with this Titan is kind of like a useless video. Like with my video where I talked about the best classes as far as I found in the beta, that video is going to be absolutely useless when the full game comes out, when we see all the perks and all the weapons.
Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way. You know, there's no way that a game like this can lack features. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, no. No, like, Respawn is pissed as fuck. This is them just telling Activision and Treyarch, or I guess Activision and the other people, to basically go F themselves, that they're going to make a better game.
Exactly. That's what it feels like, you know?